Good afternoon, guys. MWUSA Season 4, Episode 264. It is Sunday afternoon, just after noon, actually, and we are leaving for the day, and we're going to be doing some interesting stuff today, some new stuff today, stuff that we've never done before, and some sneaky stuff we've never done before, and we're going to see how it goes. I'll get that into all that here in just a minute, but today, beautiful day, 55 degrees outside. Today's high 59 degrees. Love it. I just love it. It's totally sunny, almost no clouds in the sky, like a couple tiny clouds in the sky. Yeah, we are just heading out today. Here's the new stuff that we're going to be doing. We are okay, so for one thing, we're going to be heading to a casino that I have not been banned from, but I have been banned from all the casinos around it, and it's in the same family as two of the casinos nearby. So we're going to see what happens there. We're going to be wearing a hat. We're going to be wearing a coat. We're going to be sneaking in there. Normally I would play slots there, but I have a specific machine I'm going to be working on today. I may not do the other stuff. We'll see. I doubt it, though, because I've got kind of a mission today. We're going to see what happens with that. If for some reason that doesn't work out, we're going to drive 4 more hours in a totally different direction, and we're going to play there. So we'll see what happens with all that. Also today, we're trying something new. In case I get banned again, I don't want to have to go get another license plate. So today I'm using something that I built, that I created 5+ years ago, but never did anything with, and that is a license plate. So we're going to have a fake license plate on the car. We're going to put it on about a block away from the casino. We're going to go to the casino, and then we're going to use it. And okay, here. And then we're going to go to the casino. We're going to hang out there, do our thing, and we're going to leave. And if anything happens, then nobody has our real plate, and we don't have to worry about canceling anything or doing anything odd. So, yeah, a lot of exciting stuff possibly happening today. I'm ready to go. I'm on my way, and I'll be back to update you soon. All right, guys, so far, I'm in a good mood. So we'll see what happens here. I'm not there quite yet, but I'm only about 20 minutes away from my destination right now. We're going to meet a friend out there first at a gas station. We're going to get the license plate put on, and then we're going to head over to the casino. I don't know if he'll come with us or not, or he'll go in separately than us, but we'll see what happens there. Hopefully we'll get in. Hopefully we won't have any issues, and if so, and this all works out, then I'll be visiting here a lot more often. I also have another place in mind that's within flying range. It's about an hour flight, and I was planning on going there a lot anyway. So if this works out here, and then something happens and it can work there, maybe I'll start doing that. And I don't mind taking a flight 2 or 3 times a week if I have to. So whatever I need to do to make some good money. So I don't like flying very much. I don't like not being in control. But it's not like I freak out every time there's a bump anymore like I used to. I've flown enough, and these new planes are so smooth and comfortable. So anyway, still a beautiful day out. I'm excited about meeting my friend, seeing my friend again, and excited about trying something new today. So that's what's going on right now, and I'll be back to update you with some hopefully good news soon. Alright, guys, just met my friend at this gas station, talked to him for a few minutes. We're heading over to this casino. He's going to let me walk in and hang around there for about 5 minutes before he approaches me, just in case I'm hot, so he doesn't have a problem. But got the license plate on. Heading over there, I can almost see the place from here. So it's that close, and as long as the cop doesn't come up behind me right now, which, I've driven thousands of miles with a temporary tag in the window covered up by mud and never had a problem. But of course it would be the last half mile that you'd always get in trouble. So we're going to go in there and see what can happen here. I am charging my earphones because I didn't even think about it that I might need them. They've been at 0% forever. I got them up to like 11% right now. So hopefully, in case I need them, they will work. and I'll come back and let you know how it went. All right, guys, I am back. That was interesting. That was kind of different. That was exhilarating. That was very interesting. So, let's see. I meet my friend at a gas station. I put the fake tags on the car, no issue there. And get to the casino, no issue. Get through the front door, no issue. Now, here's my problem. Nighttime, they ask for ID, no big deal. That's cool. I'm okay with that. But if they ask me for my ID one of these times, and I give it to them, and there's a problem, then what happens? And if they ask for my ID, and I said no, and I came back, is the same guy going to ask me for ID again? So am I looking at, I have to give ID, meaning the first time they ask me for ID, I'm screwed. That's what I'm wondering. So then the question becomes, do I send someone ahead of me, like travel with someone, have them walk in first, and if they get through no problem, then I go and try to get through no problem, and that might buy me 75% more possibilities, right? So instead of getting stopped 1 in 20 times, I get stopped 1 in 80 times, because now all of a sudden someone will warn me, but there's a chance between the time they walk in and the time I walk in, there's a change, or someone else takes over, or they think I'm fishy, or whatever. So, and to them, it's not a big deal, right? So, you know, they're going to think, well, just asking for ID, it's not a big deal. There's nothing wrong with this guy, so it's just a matter of me doing my job. So we'll see what happens. It was interesting to do this project. It seems to be good. We'll wait and see how it turns out after a couple more iterations. I can't talk about gains on it right now. Maybe later we'll talk about it. However, I did play one machine when I walked in. I saw a play that I couldn't ignore it. I wasn't even going to do anything other than the one play I went there for. But this was like in my face, so actually I ended up with 2 plays, and the other one I didn't really like the play, and I actually ended up losing a little on it. But overall, I ended up ahead 97, maybe 97, I think. Yeah, $97, and that's on my personal stuff, and the project I'm working on is totally separate, and I can't talk about that right now. However, I can talk about, I told you guys I'm trying to ease into doing some sports betting, and I have 2 apps, the Caesars app and another one, DraftKings, I believe. And right now I'm ahead like 300 between the 2 apps. I'm not going to put down as a winner right now. I'm going to leave it in there and play and learn and get better and fine tune. So I had some free bets, and I placed all the bets, but then I screwed up because he gave me a list of all the possible games I could bet, and I bet every single one of them that fit into this criteria. The problem was some of them don't go off for another 3 or 4 weeks. So there was like 4 games out of the 12 that don't even play for a week to 4 weeks. So I screwed up there, but the bets are there, so I'm not too worried about it. And I have enough money in there if I want to play something else. So, you know, just taking baby steps and learning. Ended up ahead 97. Right now I'm going to go to a nearby casino. I don't think I'm going to find anything at, but it only adds an hour to my trip. So I'm going to go do that, and then we'll reassess everything, and we'll go from there. So right now, heading on to the next casino, and from this one, if I decide to continue my night, it'll be over 4 hours and 15 minutes to the one after this. So we'll see what happens with that. But that's what's going on right now, and I'll be back to update you soon. Alright guys, I am back. Oh Lord, I got 300 miles to my next stop. Can you believe this? Oh, do I really want to do this, or do I want to just go home and go to sleep and relax? Oh, 300 miles. Oh boy. You know I'm going to do it. You know I am. So I won't be like 5 hours away from home. I'll be 4 hours away from home, 4.5 hours away from home when I get there, but I'm going in a whole different direction than what I started. So I go into this place and the same actors are there, same bad guys are there. Unbelievable. These people never leave. It is so crazy. This is why I stopped coming to this area. I found one play on a play that they're too chicken to play. Play. How many times can I say play? And I played the play that they're too chicken to play because the play was a good play. And I spun it about 20 times at about $4 a spin. And that was really the only thing that I could find in there, unfortunately, because they got this place pretty locked down. They did remove a lot of beatable machines and replace them with fake machines that look like they're something, but they're nothing. And, I didn't use my card in there. I had some free play, like $10 or something. And I just don't want to use my card anymore anywhere. Just don't need the heat. My home closest casino is the only place I use it because I know how to make it look like I'm not making money even though I am, and that way I can stay in their good graces. But I ended my session ahead, $84 after one play, and we are moving on, and the sun is shining and it's beautiful, and there's no clouds in the sky now, and it's going to be dark by the time I get to my next stop. So I need to sit back and relax, and I'll stop for gas in about another hour and a half or so, and then we'll continue on our trip. But it's going to be a long one, so must be nice to be you. Just sit there, and 2 seconds later it's 5 hours from now. But here we go. I'll be back. Alright guys, I am back. Change of plans. I really don't feel like adding 8 or 9 hours to my day. So what we're going to do is we're going to head to a different region than what we were going to earlier. And there's a casino about 2 hours from here. We're going to hit that one first, and then we're going to try to play a little bit of poker. So let's try that first, see how things go with that. I got to stop and get fuel, and yeah, it's been that long. You got to stop and get fuel, and we'll see what we can do at this casino, and then we'll go to either a casino or poker club and try to play some cards and see how we do. So yeah, right now I'm looking for a gas station. Gas prices are like so spread out in this region. It's like 60 or 70 cents difference depending on which gas station you go to. But let's get the fuel and let's go to a casino, and I'll be back to update you. Alright guys, I am back and went into this place, and there was a lot of people in there actually, including some advantage players I've never seen before, and including a kind of maybe advantage player ploppy that I know that I haven't seen in about 8 months because he was upset and didn't want to come back here anymore. But he was in there, and I said, what happened to so-and-so other casino? He's like, oh, I still go there, but I'm back. I'm like, okay. What had happened was they had taken away his free play because he had won a couple big jackpots last year, even though he was a losing player, and 90% of the plays that he made were on non-advantage machines. They still took away his free play because he had some big wins. And so he was upset and stayed away for a long time, and he's back. So I guess he's going to feed the machine some more. So anyway, I was looking around for a long time for something to play and couldn't find anything. I found one small play, and I was ahead $20, 21, somewhere in there. And I went into the high limit area. I found a machine that was kind of borderline, had some redeeming things to it, and considered it for a minute and decided to go ahead and play it, and did not go great. It was at $15 a spin, and it took just way too long to hit. Finally hit for like, I believe like 801 maybe. Let's pull it up here. It hit for $801.40, and with that big win I ended up ahead $149. So not the smartest move, but it was okay in the end. And that guy had told me about a play. He's like, yeah, there's a play over there. I'm like, why aren't you playing it? He's like, oh, I want to do this instead. I'm like, okie doke. You know that there's something that's positive, and then you'd rather play something else that's not positive instead. That's pretty bad. So I go to that machine to play it, and there's somebody there. And I come back, and he's still there. And I come back, and he's still there. And they were giving a gift away tonight, so I went and got my gift. It's kind of a nice gift. I might keep it for myself. I was going to give it to somebody in the family, but they all have nicer stuff than me anyway. Maybe it would be good for me to have something nice every once in a while. But so anyway, finally I go back to that machine, and my friend is there, and he's playing the play that he said he didn't want to play. He actually finished up on the other machine, and by the time he came over, I was gone searching around. And he sat down and he was playing it, but he was stuffing 20s into it, so he wasn't doing that great at it anyway. So he likes to slow play everything. Like, he's like molasses, man. He's so slow. But he is one of these ploppies who will play for like 30 hours sometimes. He'll just stay in there and stay in there and stay in there. He'll do Uber, he'll do this and this and this and make money and borrow money from people and promise things and all this stuff and just stay in there forever. He's pretty bad. But at this point, right now, it's actually not that late. It's not even midnight yet, which is amazing, right? Because I still wouldn't have even arrived at my next casino if I'd continued on the other route. It is dark, but it's still early enough that we're going to go ahead and go play a little bit of poker. So go to a poker room, play some poker, and I'll come back and let you know how it went. Wow, that's pretty bad. Plus 149. I'll be back. All right, guys, I am back, and I was in there I played for about 2 hours and 15 minutes. Part of that was a tournament, and part of that was tables, or a table. When I walked in, it was like 2 minutes before registration closed for a tournament. It was a $60 entry for the tournament, and I had some really, really, really bad cards in the tournament. In fact, I only won 3 hands in the tournament, but I was patient, and I milked every dollar out of every hand that I could, and I ended up finishing 8th in the tournament out of 44 people. So, I mean, I feel good about that. I don't feel good that I didn't win any money. Only the top 5 actually got paid something. So I went to play 1-2 no limit. There was a short list at that point. So I sit down, I buy in for 200, and I go on a tear, man. It's like all the good cards were saved until then. I had kings twice, king queen, king jack, hands like that, and just played really well and made the most out of every hand. I mean, it was like night and day between the tournament and the tables. I bought in for 200 on the table, and actually they had a drawing. If you played in the tournament and on the tables, you qualified for this drawing, and you could pay $10 more to get a second entry, which I did because there was only 50 entries in the drawing, and so I got 2 of the 50 for a chance to win $12,000. So I did that. I did not get that, so that came off my table winnings. So once you subtract that $10, I still ended up, I bought in for 200 and colored up $555. It would have been $565. So I ended up ahead 355 on the table. So not bad. I mean, it's almost like a full day of travel and everything else that I do, not including the other thing that I did. So it was a good day overall, good learning experience. Got to do something that I've never done before, and hopefully we'll continue to do it and hopefully make money doing it. Overall good day. I'll be home actually, early enough that I should have almost a full night's sleep, which is really, really good, because otherwise I mean, I would still be at my first casino if I'd gone on the long trip, and I would have done almost nothing up until this point. So I feel like I did the right thing tonight. I'll be fresh tomorrow. Tomorrow's a big work day, and Tuesday's a huge day. Tuesday, I have a dental appointment. I'm also meeting with some people at my kid's school because I complained about something for a long time and I got a change to happen. And I'm supposed to meet with the people that made that change, and they were reluctant to do it, but all of a sudden everybody's happy with that change, and I'm meeting with them to see what I can do at this point to support them, because I pushed hard against them, and now I'm going to push hard for them. So that will be Tuesday as well, and then Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, heavy travel for me, and a really busy next week as well. So a lot of stuff going on. Now, this week I may also travel Monday and Tuesday after work, depending on what's going on. So that may be like 3 or 4 hour round trip to do some other side stuff to make money. So we'll see what happens with that. So we can do our segments. What did you eat today, MW? It's interesting because this morning, like around noonish, we grilled some kebabs, chicken and beef with vegetables, mushrooms, onions, peppers, everything delicious. And my daughter actually, and not my oldest, actually did the grilling for the first time in her life, and I stood there with her, and she did a great job. She's never done anything like that. She's used to making cookies and brownies and cakes and things like that, but she's never actually grilled any kind of meat before. So I was very proud of her, and she did a good job. And so I actually give that at least a 10 on a scale of 2 through ace. It was very good. And then what did you tip today, MW? I actually won a total of 5 hands today, that other than the tournament. And that's all I really needed. I was only at that table less than an hour. So I tipped $1 a hand. That's $5. And the rest of the day I did not tip anyone, so only $5 today. And what did you learn today, MW? I learned so much I can't even tell you. I learned about something new that I've never done before. I learned about how it works, and bets, and procedures, and all kinds of things that I didn't know at all, but now I do. And I actually learned how to get around all the procedures. It was so stupid because it was so obvious once I learned it, how to get around everything. It's like you got to be crazy not to do it. So anyway, I'm very happy with today. Didn't make a lot of money. What I make $500 or $600, but overall had a good day. Spent time with the family, learned some new skills, and we'll see what happens from here. So right now I'm going to head home and get some sleep, and I'll be back with you in the morning. If you have any questions or comments, my email is mwusa21@gmail.com, mwusa21@gmail.com. See you next time.